Hey YouTube and Reddit, Senator32 here again with another Coin Talk in 4K video that I know has been long overdue. It's one that's highly requested. Those of you that know me or have seen my collection online know that I'm into proof 1/4 ounce gold Onzas. And this is one of the only complete sets of them. So I wanted to show them to you guys. First of all, there's a 2004, it's the first year. They minted 1,000 of these 1/4 ounce proof Onzas in 2004 at Bank of Mexico. It's kind of like it was the start of a new series. They wanted to see if things working out. They did not print the other denominations, the ounce, the half ounce, that year. Only the 1/4 ounce, and again, only 1,000 of them. Which again, if you compare it to a modern American mintage, name your coin is absolutely insanely low, especially from a major bank like Banco de Mexico. And just to remind you, I mean, the Bank of Mexico has been around. It was the first bank in the New World. So, all right, here we go. The 2005 issue. Also a hard issue, not as hard to get as the 2004 though. They made 2,600 of these this year, a significant increase from the 1,000 in 2004. A good one to pick up if you can. Again, they're scarcer. Even though the mintage says it's 2,600, we find some of the older ones are really hard to find. I think a lot of the sets are still together, or perhaps the coins have been just misplaced. I don't know. They're just not on the market, not available. So if you're putting together a set, some of these dates are real stoppers. This one, for example, the last one, the 2004 and the 2005 you're seeing now, are both Pop 1 and only, and none higher at PCGS in their grades. Some of these are just incredibly hard to find. You'll notice I don't really care too much about 69 or 70. Just get 70s when I could. All right, the 2006, again, another real hard one. You don't see it a lot. They only minted 2,120 of these. So again, slightly less than the 2005. Yeah, you just don't, the 4, 5, and 6, and 7s, the early years, you just don't see a lot. And so I would love to see more people try to put together these sets. It's very challenging, and again, it's a modern set. And I think there's real potential for growth because of the scarcity and the limited, mintages. This coin actually was the final coin of the set. This took me nearly 5 years to find this particular coin. It is incredibly rare. Now they made, get this, they actually made 1,500 of them. So down from the previous 2 years, more than 2004. But it's incredible. I've only ever seen about 3 of these ever. And 2 of them were being sold as part of full sets. Real lucky I was able to grab this when I did, and unbelievably it graded 70. It is the only known 70 at either NGC or PCGS. So really excited to have that in the set. And if you're looking to build one of these, watch out for the 2007. It is a real stopper, at least to find one. And if you can find one anywhere near, buy it would be my suggestion, as long as it was a reasonable price. All right, moving right along, we've got the 2008. Now, the 2008, again, a real hard date. The mintages, this is one of the dates where the mintages start getting really low. The mintage in 2008 for the 1/4 Onza was only 800. Now, technically, that's more than all the other denominations of the half ounce, the 1/10 of an ounce. Those all had 500 this particular year, but 2008, 800 minted. I mean, that's like talking late 19th century American proof coins level scarce, which again is one of the reasons that really attracted me to the set, other than the fact they're just absolutely gorgeous. I think it's one of the best modern designs out there at the moment. So again, big advocate for the set. Right along, we got 2009, and again, Banco de Mexico is crazy because again, you've seen the mintages all over the place. They had 800 in 2008. 2009 actually had a mintage of 1,700. Over double the previous year's mintage. But still, compared to any American coin, significantly lower, especially than the modern, like American Eagles, or heck, even the Britannias. These are incredibly low mintages. 2010. This one got 70, which is incredible. I think it's the only 70 in either service, or actually, I think NGC has a couple. I think it's only one in PCGS, but they minted or just an even 1,000 this year, so just like the 2004, an even 1,000. So again, a harder date to find. and just gorgeous coins. It's just amazing that, they could be, some of these years they make a couple thousand, and some of them they only make a couple hundred. So you really have to keep your eye out and listen to the news. So moving right along, this one's interesting. It's 2011. In 2011, they did 2000 mintage. So again, they doubled the mintage of the previous year. This is the only one of mine that has significant toning. Both the front and the back have this wonderful orange peel color that is just really attractive and kind of makes it a little bit unique amongst a whole bunch of coins that, as you're seeing, while they have different dates and different levels of rarity, pretty much all look the same. Which is why, again, you'll notice that I have a mixes of 69 and 70s. I personally put very little stock in the grade 70. In fact, I've had temptations to take some of the 70s I have and sell them and replace with 69, just because personally I don't see, it's very hard to see the difference in most cases. Moving right along, 2013, you'll notice there was no 2012, another example of the Banco de Mexico. They completely skipped 2012. But in 2013, they started the really low mintages. Only 600 of these quarter-ounce proofs were made. Again, the other denominations, they had 300. They generally made a couple of the quarter ounces outside of the sets, which is why you see they typically have a slightly higher mintage. But again, gorgeous coin, and you can still find these fairly inexpensively, comparatively, but they're still technically around when there's only 600 minted. One to keep an eye out for, but not quite as much as the next one. Libertad collectors will know this date is kind of infamous. The 2014 proof quarter ounce gold Onza, they only made 350 of these. Again, just an absolutely downright scarce coin. You do occasionally see them pop up, and this is one that I highly recommend to collectors and stackers alike, that it's worth paying a little bit extra if you can find one of these and stick it away, because I have a feeling that, come 20 years from now, these are going to be substantially more valuable than what they are now, but who knows. 2015, so they had 500 minted this year, so they've stepped it up, but still very, very low mintage. And again, a coin that you can find on eBay now and again. They're becoming more and more scarce as they get older. They're getting put away in sets like this, I think, but one to definitely look for. 500 minted. I mean, put that in perspective, I think the 1865 American proof sets actually had a mintage of 500. So, I mean, it's just incredible comparison versus, today's modern proof sets where they'll have, 40, 50,000 minted. Knock the coins here all astray. But yeah, the mintage figures are really one of the main reasons I love this set so much. 2016, let's see, the mintages start really bumping up in 2016, and they actually have 2,100. So back to, over 4 times what the previous year was, which was only 500. So again, it's pot luck with Banco de Mexico, and you kind of have to watch it. In fact, some of the years, the BU, the Brilliant Uncirculated coins, have been far, far scarcer. So it's just, it actually kind of adds to the fun of collecting this series versus, knowing there's going to be 40 or 50,000 or even 100,000 or more of a coin made. Maybe some of the major mints. And finally, at least the time of this recording is 2017. And again, the mintage is 1,500. So still up there, but again, just relatively up there. Again, these you can easily find these still. They're out there. And they're not maybe as expensive as you might think. I mean, they have like $330 or so worth of gold in them, just melt. And generally speaking, these are the common ones are, the $500 range. Some of the least common ones, I mean, can get up close to $1,000. If you'd like to see more about the set that I've showed you today, or compete yourself, you can always go to PCGS. If you're a member of PCGS, you can sign up, and basically you can compete with your own PCGS coin in the PCGS set registry. NGC has a registry as well. I suggest you guys get out there and compete. I'd love to see more people start this set. One nice thing that PCGS has, these digital coin albums. So if you click here, and again I'll have the link below in the description, you can actually see a digital representation of the set and flip through it like it's in a physical coin book. So very neat stuff, and again, it's completely out there. You can look at high resolution images of every single coin, and click on them, and it'll pull up the full res image, front, obverse, and reverse. So definitely something to try. And again, thanks for watching, and keep sharing your best coins and your coin information on reddit.com/rcoins.